guys. I ain't gonna lie to y'all and tell y'all this was easy to find because it was not. It was hard to find, man. I had to go in and do searches, man. Let's search for a video. You see videos, but them videos they only be like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I need that thing to be a whole 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Like, bro, come on. 'Cause, it's crazy, man. I be saying this stuff, but then I be uploading stuff, and I don't upload nothing longer than 40 seconds. Cause people got um short attention span and stuff. I be the same way though, so I can't say nothing. Anyways, I'm ready to get right to it. Let's get right to it.
Back at Sonic, the screen is working this time. We're going to get a double stuffed Oreo Blast, which is basically an Oreo Blizzard with the Sonic version, except this time it's got double the stuff. Alright, here it is. This is the small double stuffed Oreo Blast. I'm going to tip it over because, like a Blizzard, it's kind of sticking in there. But I think it's actually got, I think this is actually Oreo cream on top, which is amazing. Yeah, there's Oreo cream on top. They must have an Oreo cream machine. I don't know.
This stuff be getting tricky.
Because it's been like it's been like 10 minutes. I actually ate it for a burger, so it's still good.
If you
I'm gonna get a spoonful now and taste it. I should mention that this cost me $4.49. This is a small, but even as a small, it's pretty big. So
that's not bad.
A little pricey, but if it tastes good, then
they got
shout out to my friend the Sun, who purposely always shines brightly when I need to make a video.
They're really trying to.
Here's a spoonful.
You get
Oreo pieces.
Small for $2, maybe $3.
Important to note about this:
for like
it's a blast and not a shake, so you're gonna get a lot of big pieces, a lot of big chunks. Now this thing is full, packed full. I don't know how many cookies they put in here. It must have been a lot of cookies. You're definitely getting a value's worth because there's large pieces of cookies all the way throughout. You're going to get cookies with every bite. You're not going to get an ice cream only bite. The double stuffed aspect of it is interesting because I used to be a double stuffed cookie kind of guy. I used to, when I would buy Oreos, I would get double stuffed because that's what my family used to do. They would always get double stuffed.
Right.
Now, as I've grown older, and I'm an old man now, I've turned towards Oreo Thins, actually. Oreo Thins are my preferred Oreos. I actually like the cookie part better than the cream, but I think in this blast, the double stuff makes a lot of sense.
My grandpa
having more of that sweet cream, that sweet center cream in the not shake. I was about to say shake, even though I just made the point that it's not a shake. But having it in this mixture of ice cream, I think really adds a flavor to the ice cream more than a regular Oreo would. And you're still getting a lot of chocolate wafers. It's not like they disappear. You're still getting a ton of cookie pieces. Very crunchy still. They don't get soggy. They're very crunchy. It all works together, and I think that, having double the stuff does add something to an ice cream dish like this. So the double stuffed idea, while it kind of seems like, hey, it's just, an Oreo Blast, but slightly different, which is true, I do think it's better than the original Oreo Blast, which I haven't had one in a long time, so maybe I'm just, making that up. But I feel like the extra cream does definitely add something, in my opinion. So with that said, I'm going to give this double stuffed Oreo Blast a 5. I'm going to go all the way to 5 because really there's nothing wrong with this. I ate it all. It was awesome. A small was very filling, so I think a small would take care of most people, or you could get a bigger one and maybe split it with somebody else. The price is a little high, but understandable because it feels premium. They're definitely not skimping on the ingredients, and the taste is there. So I'm going to give it a 5 for the double stuffed Oreo Blast from Sonic. Thank you, Sun. Let me see if I can turn that down. Thanks to the Sun. Shout out, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, it was a short video. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But it's the longest video I could find. Anyways, we're getting right out of here. I see somebody with it looks like an Oreo cone. Let's react to that one next. A lot of food content today.